Alright, I'm Chris Foshell. I'm going to run you through some of the new MP 650 woods. 650 driver, really we wanted to take the essence of the MP blade, like the MP 33, MP 29, stuff that Mizuno is really known for, and bring the ultimate player's driver, something that's very clean, very classical, no nonsense. There's so many gadgets on drivers now. We wanted just to focus on performance, sound, and look with this. So what we did is we set it up for a very player's look. Open face angle, flat lie angle, clean graphics, monochrome, matches our irons, no distracting crown decals, no nothing. But there's built-in technology. The face has our new 3-thickness core tech. What that is, it's a way to maximize the core area so you get better ball speed regardless of where you hit it on the face. Thick area in the middle, thinner area on the toe, thinner area again on the heel and top. That way it's just, regardless of where you hit it, you're going to get great ball speed. It's very, actually fade weighted so that when you take a shot, it's really wanted to minimize the left side, something the MP player will appreciate, something that's not going to start snap hooking on you. So really that we're excited about the MP 650. It's 450 cc's, a little bit smaller, 45 inches, not overly long. Again, everything that speaks to that traditionalist. When we go to the 650 fairway wood, this is a fully titanium fairway wood. Something that costs more to create, but there's lots of benefits to the consumer with that. It's a cup face titanium, so the weld lines move from the leading edge back. What that does is it gives you a larger trampoline area. By using titanium as well, stronger, you can go thinner, you can get better ball speeds. So this, it's a smaller look, open setup at address, very fade bias design, and by making it in titanium, we actually had 60 grams of discretionary weight to use, which is a ton for a club engineer to be able to play with. So what we did is we weighted it forward, we weighted it towards the toe. Again, everything to take that left side out of play. Keep it clean, keep it simple, something that all the MP players will appreciate.
So even though it's titanium, you kept it still that small.
Correct.
Unlike some of these.
Some of the titaniums now they're
using
using to make high lofted drivers, but we didn't want to do that. We used that titanium just so that we had extra weight to play with, so that it would perform well. Going into the hybrid, again, clean understated graphics, open club face, available in 17, 19, 22 degrees. And with this, we use a 1770 miraging steel cup face design again. Again, the cup face pulls that weld line back, makes the trampoline of a hybrid, which is naturally pretty small, makes it play bigger by moving that weld line back, so you can get better ball speed. And also, we had a little bit of weight savings, so we use all that weight to weight it low and deep. Because even though it's an MP hybrid, a lot of times there's a debate. If we're designing an MP golf club for a better player, it's like we almost hold back and make it tougher to hit, but nobody wants a tough to hit hybrid. Really, we wanted to speak to the MP player just with the cosmetics and the setup and address the specs, but we wanted to make it, again, very forgiving, low spin, deep center of gravity, launches high.
Playing the MP59s. What did they like over that club compared to the other, the Muscleback and even the JPX 800 Pro?
What's funny is each player kind of has their own story. With Charles Howell, he was playing the 800 Pro last year. He came from Ping, came from Callaway. He's always been a guy who's played larger golf clubs. So when he looks down, he doesn't even want to look down at a blade. He wants to look down at something that's going to inspire a little bit of confidence. He loved the feel and everything of the 800 Pro. His one complaint with him was when he would take a shot, it would fall to the right. That was his one biggest complaint with it. And the reason for that is because the head length of the 800 Pro is that much longer. CG's move that way, head's naturally going to work a bit like that coming off if you're missing towards if CG's on the other side. So when he switched to the 59s, kept that same forged feel, all the forgiveness. It's not quite as forgiving as the 800 Pro, of course, smaller head, not quite as large moment of inertia, but it's still got a lot of forgiveness built in with the thigh muscle. So with this, because of that shorter CG distance, he didn't see that ball falling to the right. He actually saw it falling where it wanted to. Now with Luke and Jonathan Bird, it's kind of another story. They were guys who traditionally they both came from MP33, so they were blade players for a while, didn't want to switch out of blades. 62 spoke to them. 62, it was a cavity back, but it looked like a blade at address, had the same sole as the MP33 on it, so they saw they got a little bit more forgiveness out of the 62, but they didn't lose any workability or playability with the sole. So when they both went to the 62, we let them hit the 58 when we first introduced the tie muscle, and the feel just wasn't quite there. It was a little bit harder feel, but really that was our first attempt at forging titanium into a carbon head. With the 59, we put that same sole we put on the 62, and then we actually let a tie oxide layer form on the titanium before we forged it in. What that did is it actually helped that titanium flow better. It acted more like one piece when it went in, so the feel of the 59 is way improved over where the 58 was. On top of that, now that they got used to playing a 62, neither of them wanted to even look at the 69. As sad as it is, the blade category is dying a little bit, even on tour. The best ball strikers in the world, as long as it looks good to them at address, they want all the forgiveness they can get, because that's where they're making their money. So the 59 spoke to both of those guys.